Yesterday, I made a few comments about sort of the intent of the July 30th movement, and what I want to make clear, and I think His Highness Sheikh Abdullah would join me in this, is that all of the parties involved have a responsibility to be inclusive, to work towards a peaceful resolution. The last thing that we want is more violence. The temporary government has a responsibility with respect to demonstrators to give them the space to be able to demonstrate in peace, but at the same time the demonstrators have a responsibility not to stop everything from proceeding in Egypt. Egypt needs to get back to a new normal. It needs to begin to restore stability, to be able to attract business, to put people to work. And that's a high priority. And we will work very, very hard, together and with others, in order to bring parties together to find a peaceful resolution that grows the democracy and respects the rights of everybody.